Hello students, today we have started with chapter number 9, that is the common machine from page number 133. At page number 133, you have seen some pictures of various machines, isn't it? Not only machines, these are called simple machines. অর্থাৎ সরল যন্ত্র। So, what is simple machine? Simple machines are the objects in which you can apply force on one part and you get work from another part of these objects. And your work becomes easier with this. Say for example, tube oil, brush, sewing needle, pen, hammer, screws, knife, scissors, etc. That means all the machines described at page number 133 are called simple machines. Okay? Next, page number 134. Here we have to know about another type of machine, that is the complex machine. More than one simple machines are combined to build complex machines, which do our work more easy than simple machine. Say for example, sewing machine, which is formed by sewing needle, hand wheel, bobbin winder for thread wind, etc. That means sewing machine is a complex machine which is the totality অর্থাৎ সমষ্টি of some simple machines. Our modern wonder, that is computer, is also such a complex machine. So students, complete the chart of simple and complex machines of page number 134 below. Next, page number 135. Here the topic is the lever. Look at the picture present in a box in page number 135 to get a clear idea about lever. So, what is lever? Lever is a simple machine consisting of a beam or a rigid rod pivoted at a fixed hinge or fulcrum. বাংলায় যাকে বলে আলম্ব। A lever is a rigid body that capable of rotating on a point on itself, and this point is called fulcrum অর্থাৎ আলম্ব. So, fulcrum is the point about which a lever turns freely. Now, the main three components of a lever are fulcrum, resistance অর্থাৎ বাধা, and effort অর্থাৎ বল. Now, we concentrate on the types of lever. Lever can be divided on three subtypes on the basis of the position of effort, resistance, and fulcrum. And these are, that means the lever subtypes are: number 1, first class lever, where fulcrum is situated in between effort and resistance, like scissors, claw hammer, weighting machine, that means weighing balance, etc. I repeat once again, the example of first class lever are scissor, claw hammer, weighing balance, etc. Number 2, second class lever. Here, the resistance lies in between rest of two. That means the effort and fulcrum. Say for example, bottle opener, nutcracker, wheelbarrow, etc. I say about you the wheelbarrow. In case of a wheelbarrow, the dart within this is the load. Fulcrum is the wheel and force is at the end of the handle where a public lifts it. So, it proves that the wheelbarrow is a second class lever. Clear? Finally, number 3 is third class lever, where effort is situated in between fulcrum and resistance, like our hands, fishing rods, forceps, etc. See at page number 136 to observe various types of image of lever subtypes. Next, page number 137, and the topic is the concept of an inclined plane, অর্থাৎ নত তল. So, an inclined plane is a plane surface which is placed at an acute angle to the ground, অর্থাৎ সূক্ষ্ম কোণে থাকে. It helps us to lift any heavy objects too high. There are some examples of uses of inclined planes at page number 137. And from all these, we can conclude that if the slope of the inclined plane is low, then it is easier to climb up. That means the smaller the angle between the base and inclined plane, the greater is the advantage of using it. Clear? Look at the pictures of inclined planes at page number 137 to get more clear idea about that. Next topic is screw, or you may also pronunciate it screw, and it is also an example of inclined plane. Let's explain it. In comparison with a nail and a screw, you will see that a screw will enter firmly into a wooden block with less effort, and ultimate result is also more fruitful. And all these are due to the working principle of the inclined plane, which is applicable to the screw, especially on its spiral surface. Look at the picture of the experiment of page number 138 to get a clear idea. And from this, you can understand that the spiral and sharp ridges of a screw help it to easily insert within a wooden block with a screwdriver. Next topic at page number 138 is pulley. So, what is pulley? Pulley is actually a strong wheel having an inner groove on its rim, and it also makes easier our heavy works on the basis of working principle of an inclined plane also. Let's observe the pictures of pulley at page number 139 to get a clear concept. I just previously said that pulley has an inner groove, and a rope can run around the group to lift up the weight. Just see the right side picture of page number 139 and you may understand it. Now, a rod has been passed through the center of the pulley is called axle, অর্থাৎ অক্ষ, and it helps the pulley to freely rotate. Now just see the left side picture of page number 139. Next topic is wheel and axle. Try to make a wheel and axle as described at page number 139 below. Then you can understand easily that in this simple machine, the wheel and the axle can rotate freely together about a fixed axis, and this fixed axis passes through the common center of wheel and axle. This fixed axis is also called axis of rotation, অর্থাৎ ঘূর্ণন অক্ষ. This simple machine also provides less force to overcome greater resistance. Next, page number 140. There are some figures of wheel and axle, like the knob of tap water, the wheel axle set within the radio, etc., from which you can get a clear concept. Now, the last topic of this chapter is the maintenance of machine at page number 140 below. There are three main points present at the page number 140 below, which easily explain that how you can maintain and clear our machines of daily use. So here I don't need to explain. It is very easy. Just read it. So students, that's all for today. I also give you some this chapter related figures for your reference. Next day, I will come with chapter 10 with page number 141. Till then, take care. Bye. Bye.